y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. How y'all doing? You good? Fantastic. Welcome to the Life of Flex, and it's your girl Big Legs, as you already know. I am feeling okay. I'm feeling good because I decided that I'm not gonna let other people's problems and what they want to do stress me out. Why? Because I decided to go listen to an episode of my podcast where I made two different episodes where I was kind of out of my mind. Hint, hint. Um, and I just wanted to, what did I actually say? And yeah, at that time I was very, very stressed out. Very, very sad, very, very hurt, very, very confused. And I just had to look at how far I've come, right? So I'm listening to the podcast and I just start telling the story. And I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen, right? And then so I start skipping a little forward. Because I wanted to listen to it because I was like, I remember saying something about cheekies. And I wanted to know what exactly I did say, you know? So I go try to skip forward a little bit. And I land on me yelling a little bit. And I was just like, what am I saying? And so I'll go back a little bit. And I'm listening and I'm saying that, like, if I had known what I'd known in February of 2023 that I didn't know in November of 2022, or if I would have known in November what I knew in February, I would have gave up in November, right? And if I would have known in February what I knew in April, I would have gave up then too, right? Because at those times in my life, I was so sad, so just not wanting to be here, right? And I was just sitting here like, I'm 25, my life is not that great, but I didn't even want to make it to 25, y'all. Because in November I was still 24. I was just so down, so bad. Like, it was scary for me just as much as it was for the people around me. And so I get that they expressed their concerns, but they didn't understand that I too was concerned. It was happening to me, through me, for me. And in November, at some point, I was just like, you know what, God? You got it. If you need me, do it. Like, do what you need to do, because I'm not going to get in your way anymore. Right? Because you don't have me here for me to just live a life of luxury, obviously. But you have me here for a reason. Because out of all the things that could happen to bring me here to this moment, it had to be for a reason, right? And I was thinking that, after that moment, my life was just supposed to just turn good, right? And then I was reading the Bible and started reading a little bit more and reading a little bit more, and it was like, it don't work like that. And then I was like, well, how does it work? Right? So I just had to keep going and living life, right? And it just made me think when I heard that, I was just like, that's probably the most sane thing that I could have ever said in that moment for me to have been out of my mind. Because that's so true. That is so real. I would have gave up. right? And it's just amazing to see that I have grown from that. Right? I'm still the same girl, same woman. I was a cusser then, and I can be a cusser now. Because I was doing a whole lot of cussing in that episode. I was. But those episodes were labeled explicit for a reason. These were rated R. Okay, there's a couple of cuss words here or there. But not like before. Because it was just cuss, 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 cuss. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with cussing. Okay? Cuss as you please. And I'm a cuss as I please, right? But if it say explicit, you better not come over here expecting for it not to be explicit. Okay? But anyways, I was just learning so much about myself because when I was feeling at my worst, for some reason, I was doing the podcast. Trying to just get things off my chest, process things in a way that is simpler and more efficient in a way. Because I didn't care if anybody was listening. I just wanted to talk and not seem like a crazy person just talking to herself. Just like I probably do now. But not really, because I'm holding up my headphones, so it looks like I'm talking on the phone. But you get what I'm saying? It just amazes me that my life is my life, right? And then so after I was listening to that, and I was just like, why am I like this? Like, girl, you are hilarious. Because I was also talking about how I'd picked up a DoorDash order from Hooters, had gotten on the same road this person lives on. DoorDash calls me and they're like, hey, they forgot to give the sauce, and the person paid for the sauce, so can you go back and get the sauce? And I was like, well, I don't have anything else to do with my life, so I guess so. So I went, got the sauce, came back, and didn't even get a tip for the order. I got paid like $3. And I'm like, I burned way more than $3 worth of gas doing all that, right? And I was so mad. I was mad. But it kind of showed me, like, yes, life isn't fair, but what are you going to do about it, right? You going to take their food and run off with it? No. That wouldn't be right. Give them their food, right? And that's what I did. Because, like I said, I just gave it over to God. God, whatever He wants me to do, I'm going to do it. And I'm always asking, what does this mean? What does this mean? Why did you have me do this? Why did I go through this? Right? I'm going to ask some questions because that's just who I am. That's who He made me. The one that asks the questions. Okay. I'm not going to ask Him what you want me to ask Him. I'm going to ask Him what I want to ask Him. Okay? But, yeah. So then, after I was laughing at that, I scrolled a little bit more to try to figure out what did I say about Cheekies, bro? Because I just remember hearing her name in my ear over and over and over again. I'm like, what the hell? And it was probably because, for some odd reason, or no, that was the night after. Never mind. Anyways, I'm a big Cheekies fan. Like, I love Cheekies. And I just felt like I was drawn to her. Not that I had never heard the name Cheekies or known that she was a real or a person at all until I saw the show about her mom, Jenny Rivera, right? So it just seemed crazy. I don't know, not crazy, just like, well, okay, why did this happen? And why did I feel like this after this or whatever? Like trying to just connect the dots, put the puzzle together, right? I'm like, I'm I'm a Jenny Rivera fan, right? I'm also a Cheeky's fan, right? But I just feel like, I don't know, Cheeky's is a cool person, in my opinion, right? I just feel like there's a connection. I don't know what. And I even said that in the episode. I was like, I don't know what I have to offer for her, but that doesn't matter. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just meant to be a Cheeky's fan for all my life. Just like I'll probably be a Beyonce fan for all my life. Because I was led to be a Beyonce fan. I didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, I like Beyonce. It was more like, oh, I get it now, right? Like, I get it. Because I'd always known who Beyonce was. But it took for me to see her in her element doing her thing on the stage. And I was like, I get it. She has something. I get it. That's how that started with Beyonce. So, just like, oh, sorry about that pause. There was an Amber Alert because somebody's out here stealing kids. They need to put these kids back. Why is all these kids going missing in Atlanta? That is insane. Put them kids back. And I'm not even joking. But yeah, I don't know. All I know is I listened to Me Vale by Cheeky's for 2 hours straight on the second night, sitting on the floor in fetal position, talking to God for 2 hours. And we had a good old conversation. And then I opened my eyes and realized it's been 2 hours and this song is still on repeat. This song is still on repeat. And I was just like, what is going on? But you'll have to go listen to those 2 episodes, which is It Takes a Stranger, which is the first night, and Thank You Next, which is the second night, to understand the out of my mind part. And I hope you enjoy. And I hope you get a laugh or two. Because I definitely had a chuckle. I was like, ain't no way. I sat in front of a microphone and said all this. Okay, but I did, and there it is. You can go see for yourself. But yeah. Chicas, if you need a background singer or anything, holla at your girl, cause we homies now. Cause you answer my question on your podcast, so we're homies now. Not sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love all of my listeners because y'all are who I do it for. Other than doing it for myself and God and Jesus and the Holy Ghost. Alright, y'all in the top 10. Okay. So yeah, thanks for listening. And love, peace, and gin grease. And please don't go fucking up nobody's day. That's not cute. Alright? Bye.